Here is my #1 star story pro tip. Seriously guys, this is a great technique, and if you can structure your answer in this way, you'll have so much impact. If you're asked to provide an example of a time when you demonstrated a skill, you can insert into the beginning of your answer a summary of your credentials. Then you step into your example. Now I call this a value proposition, and that's something I'll go into in another time, but I'll demonstrate it here. Here's how it works. Question: please provide an example of a project you've planned and launched from a proposal or business case stage. Yes, I'd love to provide an example of a project I've planned. Over the last 5 years, I've been involved in the planning stages of around 10 projects, and that's included a range of things such as developing project charters, running requirements workshops, tenders, cost-benefit analysis, and setting up governance structures. The example that I'll talk about today is from last year in my role as a senior PM and then we go into our story. What I've done there is positioned my credentials for project planning with a value proposition statement or skill summary, and then I've launched into my example. I've got 5 years of experience planning 10 different projects. I could talk about any one of these. Here's a recent one. You can build these value proposition statements in your interview preparation and roll them out along with your example to make a substantial impact with your answer. In this case, we would have hopefully identified project planning as a key selection criteria theme from the job description, and we'd practiced that one and documented it in our notes. But you can even do this on the fly once you get used to this value proposition technique. You may not be able to do this with every story example, but where you can, this enables you to really uplift your answer and not only provide a great example, but also reinforce your credentials in the process. If you want to explore this technique more, drop me a line and I'd be happy to give you some pointers.